All right, we're live. Waiting for the tribe. Doors are open. Oh, it's Gene. That spirit might move. I can actually guarantee it's gonna pick up Mandy and Mark from the airport. Awesome. Say hello to those newlyweds for me. So glad. Excuse me, I was wondering if they were gonna be coming in. Oh, I look forward to seeing them tomorrow. Yeah, say hello to them for me, and look forward to seeing everybody tomorrow. Kevin's 60th birthday bash, awesome. Ellie's here, none but love. I know who you are and I know why you're here. Yes, I will give a review. We'll let some more folks get in the house. And then I will tell you what I thought. The guitar is welcome. Oh! Well, if that's an invitation, there's no way I can say no. I have a new set of strings sitting behind me for probably 3 weeks. So I guess I'll put those to good use. Mark is here. What's up, man? Good to see you, brother. Oh, welcome everybody to Fiesta Friday. Boy, this does not feel like a Friday. I don't know why. It kind of feels like a Saturday to me. My days are all kind of mixed up, but that's okay. So, good to see you. We'll wait a few more minutes. And then get some music going. Thanks, Mark. What is in my face? I don't know, something. Hope everybody's having a good week, staying healthy. If you've been under the weather, I hope you're healing up soon. It's certainly warm here at home. I was looking for some more rain, hopefully, but I looked at my app a little bit ago and I don't see any projected. So we'll just go to a cold movie theater like I did today. Bring a sweater. It feels good, but they keep the movie theaters. I don't have my membership anymore, but Costco, movie theaters, Costco, and restaurants are often kept icy cold here in the Sonoran Desert during the summer months. So there's always a place to go to enjoy some cool. And the movies right now is a great place to go. That's where I was this afternoon. All right, one more minute and then we'll get started with some music. I'll get my pipes warmed up. Yes, I will share my thoughts. Hear the clock, 6 a.m. Feels so far from where I've been. Got my eggs, I got my pancakes too. Got my maple syrup, everything but you. Break the yolks and make a smiley face. I kinda like it in my brand new place. I wipe the spots off the mirror. Don't leave the keys in the door. I never put wet towels on the floor anymore. 'Cause dreams last for so long, and even after you're gone. And I know that you love me, and soon you will see. You were meant for me. Called my mom, but she was out for a walk. Consoled a cup of coffee, but it didn't want to talk. So I picked up the paper. It was more bad news. More hearts being broken, more people being used. Put on my coat in the pouring rain. I saw a movie, it just wasn't the same. 'Cause it was happy, I was sad, yeah. It only made me miss you so bad. 'Cause dreams last for so long, even after you're gone. I know you love me, and soon you will see. You were meant for me, and I about my business and I'm doing fine. Besides, what would you say if I had you on the line? Same old story, not much to say. Hearts are broken every day. Hey. Brush my teeth and put the cap back on. I know you hate it when I leave the light on. I pick a book up and turn the sheets down, yeah. I take a good long look around. Put on my PJs and hop into bed. I'm half alive, but I feel mostly dead. I tell myself it'll be alright. I shouldn't think any more tonight. 'Cause dreams last for so long, and even after you're gone. And I know you love me, and soon I know you will see. You were meant for me, meant for you. Yeah, you were meant for me, and I was meant for you. All right, my tribe. Little Steve Holtz and Jewel opening up this Fiesta Friday. No new check-ins. All right. As always, an esteemed group, no matter how large or small. So good to see you here. Thank you for being here. Taking some time out of your Friday to log in and join the tribe. Thanks, Mark. Tonight is, what did I get? Mandavi. Oh, I got a little bit of jam jar, it's called. It's kind of a sweet red, so I add that for flavor. Mandavi, I don't remember. I think it might be a cab. French Pinot. Cool. Very good. Well, there we go. There's a toast. Alright, good to see everybody here. Let me do one more and then I'll tell you what I thought about that movie. I know in my inquiring minds want to know if you haven't seen it. Today was opening day and I had to do that. I didn't have to be at the first showing because I'm a nocturne. I'm not going to get up that early. So, but I did want to see it on opening day, so I accomplished that. Let's see. Was I thinking of a minute ago? To my friends, when you're down and troubled and you need some love and care, man, nothing, oh nothing is going right. Just close your eyes and think of me, and soon I will be there to brighten up even your darkest night. You just call up my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, and all you gotta do is call, and I'll be there, yes I will. You've got a friend. If the sky high above you should turn dark and full of clouds, and that old cold north wind should begin to flow, just keep your poor head together and call my name out loud, and soon you'll hear me knocking on your door. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, fall, and all you gotta do is call, and I'll be there, yes I will. Hey, ain't it good to know that you've got a friend when people can be so cold? They'll hurt you and desert you. They'll take your soul if you let them. Oh, but don't you let them. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, gotta do is call, and I'll be there, yes I will. You've got a friend. You've got a friend. Ain't it good to know you've got a friend? Ain't it good to know you've got a friend? Oh baby, you've got a friend. Oh, all right. Never a bad time for a little James T. JT, James Taylor. Looking, okay. No new check-ins yet? All right. Well, the doors are open. Those who are here do have the best virtual seats in the house, so those are yours. Thanks for checking in, and for being here for Fiesta Friday. Love me, tender, love me sweet, never let me go. You have made my life complete, and I love you so. Love me tender, love me true, all my dreams fulfill. For my darling, I love you, and I always will. Love me tender, love me long, take me to your heart, for it's there that I belong, and will never part. Love me tender, love me true, all my dreams fulfill. For my darling, I love you, and I always will. Love me tender, love me dear, tell me you're mine. I'll be yours through all the years, till the end of time. Love me tender, love me true, all my dreams fulfill. For my darling, I love you, and I always will. Oh. All right, my Fiesta Friday tribe, thanks for checking in. I'm gonna do one more, and then I will give you my review of the Elvis movie. So, and Kels is here. Hi there, Shaka to you. Thanks for checking in. I haven't done this in a long time. Welcome to my world. won't you come on in? Miracles, I guess, still happen now and then. Step into my heart, leave your cares behind. Welcome to my world, built with you in mind. Knock and the door shall be open. Seek and you will find. Ask and you'll be given the key to this heart of mine. I'll be waiting there with my arms unfurled, waiting just for you. Welcome to my world. Knock and the door shall be open. Seek and you will find. Ask and you'll be given the key to this heart of mine. I'll be waiting there with my arms unfurled, waiting just for you. Welcome to my world. Welcome to my world. All right, a little bit of Elvis to continue on this Fiesta Friday. Kurt, oh, Cindy is here. How was the movie? I'm still on the beach. All right, I'll give you a beach review. All right, as I said in the beginning, to all of you, I know who you are and I know why you're here. And that's okay. Yes, so I saw it. So this is a movie, you really can't. So I saw the Elvis movie this afternoon. And thank you, Ellie. So here's the thing. No matter what I say, it cannot be a spoiler alert. This is a biopic. This is a biography picture. So everything in there has already been done. It's in the past. There are some interesting details about the Colonel that I know most of the actors I've seen interviews with Tom Hanks never knew who Colonel Parker, what he looked like or how he talked or anything. And so he said in 10 minutes he sat down with Baz Luhrmann, the director, and he was on board. So because the story is interesting. So there were some details about the Colonel that were interesting and fascinating. And Tom Hanks described him as a genius and also as diabolical. And he was. So the movie didn't pull any punches, but it wasn't cruel. What I found interesting was I didn't know the story was going to be told from the perspective of Colonel Tom Parker, Elvis's manager. So it was his narration and his perspective through the whole movie. So the first thing I want to say, how many of our lives could be captured in 2 hours? And that life, how do you do that? There's so much, and I already had read several of the reviews days ago, people saying, oh, they didn't cover this and cover that, and it's like, I don't know how you can't walk in going, I'm not going to see his whole life from beginning to end in 120 plus minutes. You're just not going to get that. This was a very stylized movie. They took great pains in recreating the '68 Comeback Special set. It was incredible. The Las Vegas International, that whole ballroom, his outfits were just, they didn't spare any detail. It was really, really amazing. It was a creative movie. So it wasn't just told, and recreating scenes and that kind of stuff. I mean, they pieced together, it was about Elvis, told from the perspective of Tom Parker, in part, but the movie was about Elvis. So you're not going to see tons of stuff about the Memphis Mafia. You're not going to see, obviously Priscilla's in there and Lisa Marie, but they're historical figures on his journey. It's about him, and it was really about him and his reaction to the times. So mid-50s, 56, the stuff he went through when he was just being lambasted in churches and all over the press, and the FBI took out a dossier on him, and he was just threatened because here's a white kid in the midst of segregation, hanging out down on Beale Street in Memphis, and I've been there, listening to the blues, hanging around and being friends with black musicians and stuff. That was who he was at his soul. So, and the repercussions of that, then it moved into the 60s, and after his military service, and doing all those movies. So there was you have a lot of composites that are just where they had to cram things together in a short period of time and do a montage to get you to the next phase. And then a lot of time on those stage performances, what happened behind the scenes with the '68 Comeback Special, which I remember seeing in 1968 in December. And all of the behind the scenes and the friction between Elvis and the Colonel gambling and taking half his money, all of that stuff. So those were highlights of the story, and his reaction to that, his reaction to Martin Luther King being shot, his reaction to Bobby Kennedy. It was amazing. Those things affected him deeply, and you got to see a lot of his reaction to the times and his place in that, and how it affected his music and what he did with that. And then moving into the 70s, kind of toward the end, the Vegas years, him wanting to go and tour the world. He found out and was revealed what everybody knows. Like Tom Hanks said in an interview recently, he wasn't a Colonel, he wasn't Tom, and he wasn't a Parker. None of that was true. He was an illegal immigrant from Holland, they believe. I read that he came through Canada. He didn't have a passport, which is why he never traveled out of the country. And that's why he orchestrated keeping Elvis in Las Vegas and not going on a world tour. Elvis wanted to go back to Germany, to Europe. He wanted to go to Japan. There's so much interest in him and so much money out there. And the Colonel was very clever and also just diabolical in the way he kept him here. So Elvis never got to go do what he really wanted to do in terms of bringing his music out to the world. And now you see why. And so it was about him and his music. And they went, again, to such great pains to capture the scenery and his clothing. And Austin Butler was fantastic. First of all, aside from Sean Clush, if you don't know who Sean Clush is, you can Google him or go to YouTube. He won the very first officially sanctioned during Elvis Week at Graceland, the very first Elvis tribute artist. And he is by far fantastic. He's around 50. Nobody looked like Elvis. And I thought Austin Butler did a great job. He said he spent 2 years not sleeping. He studied Elvis's moves. He did a lot of the songs himself, which was fantastic. And while he doesn't exactly look like Elvis, he made up for that by capturing the energy and his movements and the persona. He really brought that to life. And so they debuted this at the Cannes Film Festival last month, and Priscilla was there and Lisa Marie, and they cried, and they said, this is the first time somebody's actually captured his essence on film. So I read that already like weeks ago. So I was expecting that. It was very well done. It was an artistic movie. It was a biopic. They captured so much of his life. What are you going to do with that in a little over 2 hours? How are you going to do that? And I think they did a great job. Austin Butler did a fantastic job portraying Elvis, and you know, the dark periods of his life and all of that. To weave all of that in a story that has continuity is extremely difficult, and I think they pulled it off very, very well. So that in a snapshot is my reaction to the movie. If you're an Elvis fan, even if you aren't, if you're a fan of cinema, and just to see how somebody can take a person's huge influence that continues to this day and capture it in a little over 120 minutes on film and do it extremely well, I think you'll like it. I didn't realize it was going to be from Colonel Tom's perspective, like narrated through the movie, so that was different. But it was really good. I enjoyed it a lot. So I do recommend it. Those are you're gonna see a lot of reviews out there that are all thumbs up, and they deserve that. They did a great job. Yeah, Austin Butler, I believe, definitely deserves an Academy Award nomination for just consider all the hard work that he put into to try to capture a person who passed away decades before he was even born, and to bring that character to life. He had the walk down, he had the mannerisms, all of that. It was very, very well done. So yeah, I recommend go and see it, and bring some pals who like that music. I stayed till the credits were done at the end and the house lights because I wanted to see, and they had some cool snippets. Oh, I read this, and it was awesome. One of the last scenes in the movie was one of Elvis's last performances, and I think it was in Nebraska, I can't remember. And he sat at the piano and played Unchained Melody. So by this time they had really done a lot of the I'm blanking on the word, but a lot of the makeup to make Austin Butler, who's a young guy, you know, look like Elvis when he was really bloated, and they recreated that scene, that scene where Elvis played Unchained Melody at the piano. And I read they were going to do this, and they cut in the actual scene from that in I think it was July in '77, his last concert. So they cut in Elvis actually performing that too, just so you could. I think that scene alone captures how well Austin Butler really did a great job playing Elvis. That one scene there where they cut back and forth a little bit between Austin's recreation and the actual scene from Elvis sitting at that piano on stage and playing that song. It's really, really good. Then they did have some actual interviews and comments from Elvis, and some clips and pictures toward the end, which you would expect before the credits started rolling. So I thought it was well done. I really did. So I thought it was a tribute, an awesome, ample tribute to a man who's been gone longer than he was here, and whose music still affects people. If you didn't know this, it is the second most visited private residence in the United States. First, only after the White House. And that's a private residence, if you didn't know it. We the people own that. The person who's the president only occupies it while they're there, but it's owned by the people of the United States. It's a private residence. And after the White House, Elvis Presley's Graceland is still the second most visited private residence in the United States every year. I mean, who else's home, entertainer, movie star, do you know that gets that much traffic and still selling records? And the single highest selling performer today. And they say that at the end of the credits. So pretty amazing. Somebody recently wrote, a person like Elvis comes along about once every 2,000 years. I have to agree. I won't live to see the next one, but that's okay. So that's my review. I posted earlier that I was in the theater, and so I know some people wanted to see it. So my review. So I thought I would just give you that. Again, no spoiler alerts, because what they show you is just a stylized, artistic, and very detailed retelling of a story that's been for over 40 years. So there's no way I could capture for you what it was really like to see it. I can just tell you everything I told you is old news, but it's done in a way that's just great, very creatively done. And attention to eye to detail. That stage for the '68 comeback. I mean, they recreated that red stage with the white lining. It was just fantastic. They had to do a compilation of stuff. It's a movie, so but they did it really, really well, very respectful, and tons of attention to detail to his outfits and the sets and all that stuff. So thought it was really well done. I think you'll enjoy it. Kelsey, yeah, it was fantastic. Yeah, set directors, Ellie, I know you're going to see this. You'll be shocked. Just if you've seen any of those shows, which you have, and the Vegas stuff. There's a documentary called, I think it's called Elvis, That's the Way It Is. So it was put out, I can't remember, mid or late 70s. And it documents Elvis going to Las Vegas and his very first show, which was attended by Sammy Davis Jr., tons of movie stars. They didn't bring in those characters per se, but they recreated the International Hotel stage and that setting with all those red seats and all of that you see in the documentary. Recreated like you can't even imagine. It was really great. So, as somebody who's a fan and has seen a lot of that stuff, yeah, they went to great detail to try to bring authenticity to the movie. So they kind of did a really quick montage through the movie years. You know, how much time can you spend on 10 years making 31 films or 32? So, you know, that was a part of his life. So it's, you know, you can't spend too much time on everything. But they did a great job on all the highlights and his relationship with his mom and all that stuff. It's all there. It was really, really well done. So cheers to Baz Luhrmann for putting on a great show. Oh, and Graceland, the whole thing was filmed in Australia. So they recreated Graceland with, I've been there, Ellie's been there, I've been there twice. She's been more than me, I'm sure. The attention to detail on that set was phenomenal. The inside sets, just, it was great. And to capture the time frame when he got in there, you know, in the late 50s and 60s, and how the furniture changed and stuff. It's kind of backdrop, but it was really, really well done. Very well done. So, tip of the glass to Baz Luhrmann, and a great film. It definitely has earned all the great reviews it's getting. So, I'm sure I'll go see it again. I want to spend more time again watching it and taking in all the details. So, there you go. I know they start movies now a day or two before opening day. Movies typically open on a Friday, and albums typically drop on Tuesdays. That's how the music and the film industry works. But they do pre-screenings. I just wanted to see it on opening day, so I did. Got my senior discount. Not sure how I feel about that, but I'm trying to fight getting old. That was the same thing. Elvis shared that too. Didn't want to get old. So anyway, I did get a senior discount. Enjoyed the movies. Think you will too. Anyway, so there you go. Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Shall I stay? Would it be a sin if I can't help falling in love with you? Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you. Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you, for I can't help falling in love with you. Oh, there you go. Oh, thanks, Kels. I haven't done this in a long time, but I need a pick for it, and while the spirit is moving, we're caught in a trap. I can't walk out because I love you too much, baby. Why can't you see what you're doing to me when you don't believe a word I'm saying? We can't go on together with suspicious minds, and we can't build our dreams on suspicious minds. So if no friend I know drops by to say hello, but I still see suspicion in your eyes. Here we go again, asking where I've been. You can't see these tears are real, I'm crying. We can't go on together with suspicious minds, and we can't build our dreams on suspicious minds. Won't let our love survive, or dry the tears from your eyes. Let's don't let a good thing die. So, honey, you know I never lied to you. Yeah, yeah. We're caught in a trap. I can't walk out because I love you too much, baby. Why can't you see what you're doing to me when you don't believe a word I'm saying? Why don't you know I'm caught in a trap? I can't walk out because I love you too much, baby. Oh, thanks my Fiesta Friday tribe for being here. No new check-ins or comments. All right. Making sure we still have people logged in. I think so. I've only done this once. I did this a couple weeks ago or a month ago maybe. I recorded a demo. It's on my SoundCloud. I only did it once. I haven't rehearsed it, but it was featured prominently at the end of that movie, where Elvis sat at the piano on his during his last concert, and debuted this song. And Austin Butler did a great job with it too. So I'm gonna see if I can remember it as well. Thanks, Ellie. Oh, my love, my darling, I've hungered for your touch a long, lonely time. Time goes by so slowly, and time can do so much. Are you still mine? I need your love. I need your love. Godspeed your love to me. Lonely rivers flow to the sea, to the sea, to the open arms of the sea. Lonely rivers cry, wait for me, wait for me. I'll be coming home, wait for me. Oh, my love, my darling, I've hungered for your touch a long, lonely time. And time goes by so slowly, and time can do so much. Are you still mine? I need your love. I need your love. Godspeed your love to me. Oh man, I felt that. Oh, Amy's here. Hi there. So good to see you. Thank you for checking in. I'm gonna archive this. Today was opening day for the Elvis biopic, and I went and saw it, and I just gave a fairly lengthy review. So if you want to hear that, scroll about halfway through and on the repeat, and you'll hear my thoughts on the movie. Gene says, "Yep, we're here at the cell phone lot. Listen." Oh, thank you. Oh, waiting for them. Excuse me, the cell phone lot. Right, waiting for them to land. Yep. Thanks, Kelsey. Yeah, toward the end of that movie, so they kind of did. They aged up Austin Butler and showed him playing that Elvis played in July of '77, his last concert at the piano, and then they cut in the only time they did that with the movie with actual footage of Elvis doing the same thing. The detail, the painstaking detail to recreate sets and costumes and his wardrobe and all of that was just fantastic. It really, really was. And you'll see how well that plays out in that toward the end of the movie. Very well done. Very well done. So thank you, my Fiesta Fried, for checking in. And I had to do some Elvis music after I got my pipes warmed up. None of which I've rehearsed, but I wanted to at least get a few of those songs in for all of you. Let's see. So they did a montage of 10 years and 31 or 2, I think it's 31 movies. So they kind of just montaged their way through that. But I love this from Blue Hawaii. Ku'ipo, I love you more today than yesterday, but I love you less today, less than I will tomorrow. See the sweet white rose, see it blossom, see it grow. That's the story of our love. Ever since we said hello, Ku'ipo, I love you more today than yesterday, but I love you less today, less than I will tomorrow. As the years go passing by, we'll recall our wedding day. I will be there by your side. You will always hear me say, Ku'ipo, I love you more today than yesterday, but I love you less today, less than I will tomorrow. Ku'ipo, you're my Hawaiian sweetheart. Ku'ipo, you're my Hawaiian sweetheart. All right, that was from Blue Hawaii, winding down the set on opening day of the Elvis biopic, Elvis, which I recommend. Amy says, there's a lady in town who found out today there's footage of her. No way. She said she had pink and white flowers in her hair and kissed Elvis. Okay, she showed me the original footage on YouTube years ago. She's a friend of my mom's. All right, so I know where that was. I mentioned earlier in the show, there's a documentary that was put out called Elvis, That's the Way It Is, I think. There were 2 that were done. One follows him on tour, but the other one was about him ramping up for his Vegas debut at the International Hotel. And that one, Sammy Davis Jr. and all these other actors and people were there with him. So it documented him starting his 5-year run at the International. They went behind the scenes, in his dressing room, afterward. So during that show, they played Love Me Tender, and Elvis, unscripted, this has been known for years, they showed a little of this in the movie. Elvis left the stage while the band was playing. he walked out and serpentined his way all the way through the crowd at the International Hotel. And you can read later, his Memphis Mafia bodyguards were caught off guard, and they freaked out, and they ran to kind of keep the crowd away, which the crowd was very pleasant. But he made his way all the way through the crowd while the band just kept playing the music. And nobody knew he was going to do it. And all these women kissed him, and guys shook his hand, and all that kind of stuff. So they recreated that opening night in the movie. And they did a little bit of him walking through the crowd. But they intercut also some actual footage, and I think toward the end, of him actually walking through. So that's from early 70s. So your friend has seen, because the documentary is like a 90-minute documentary, shows that first show and others, and so she probably showed you that on YouTube. So they recreated that scene, but at the end they intercut some actual footage of him walking through and kissing all these women and everything, and he went back up. I think it was like 10 minutes. 10 minutes he was out there in the crowd, and he just did it spontaneously. Then he got back on stage and he finished, I think it was Love Me Tender, he finished that song. So I absolutely believe every word of that. She's in that, and she showed you that, and some of that footage probably ended up in the movie if she saw herself. Oh yeah, you did say that. That's what I thought. Footage of her in the new movie. Yeah, so when they intercut and show actual film of him going out and wandering in the crowd, and all his guys trying to keep people back, and he was kissing women and shaking hands, she was in there, flowers in her hair. That's awesome that she, that's the way it is. That's the one. Yeah, you can find that on YouTube. I've got a copy of it. So that was him preparing to go back performing again live. And so he did a 5-year run. The Colonel inked that deal at the International. When you watch the movie, you'll see what a diabolical guy he was, because he was supposed to go out on tour and tour Europe and Japan. And the Colonel, because of his gambling debts and other stuff, which is not news, like I said, anything I share is not going to be a spoiler alert. It might be news to you. Some of it was new to me, but again, it's happened decades ago. Yeah, so That's the Way It Is really captured him and the band. He put together a 30-piece orchestra. He had gospel singers come in, the Sweet Inspirations, and they had to rehearse over distance. Then they all came together and rehearsed on the lot at Burbank, I think. Yeah, and then they went and did the show at, started his run in Vegas at the International Hotel. So, yeah, that was done in the 70s. It really documents, actually, that whole ramp up to start in Las Vegas. And so that first show, they capture him on stage and the audience and Sammy Davis and all these other performers, and yeah, it was pretty cool. So she was in that audience. That's royalty. I mean, she had a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to be in the audience for that very first show, and also get captured on film, which was again spliced into some of this film. So she saw herself. That's pretty cool. Good for her. Oh, all right, my friends. Let's see. Top of the hour. Let me see. I've played a bunch of Elvis stuff after I got warmed up. I feel like I need to end on an Elvis song too. I played a lot of the good ones. So yeah, so I already played this, but let me end on it. So this is, yeah, the band was playing. I don't remember what verse, but halfway through the song, he just went out in the audience and caught everybody off guard. He just wanted to connect with them. And Red West and his cousin Sonny were part of the Memphis Mafia, and they went out and just kind of escorted him along. It was really funny. So the band was up there just playing. You can watch that documentary. It happened. It just happened live, and the band just kept playing the music while he was out there. It was funny. Love me tender, love me sweet, never let me go. have made my life complete, and I love you so. Love me tender, love me true, all my dreams fulfill. For my darling, I love you, and I always will. Love me tender, love me long, take me to your heart, for it's there that I belong and will never part. Love me tender, love me true, all my dreams fulfill. For my darling, I love you, and I always will. Love me tender, love me dear, tell me you are mine. I'll be yours through all the years, till the end of time. Love me tender, love me true, all my dreams fulfill. For my darling, I love you, and I always will. All right, my tribe, happy Fiesta Friday. Thank you for joining in this evening, taking time out of your Friday to be here so you could hear my review of that movie. Yeah, it was pretty amazing, Amy. She saw it already then. I'm sure she liked it, and of course she wanted to see. She loved seeing herself on that, as it should be. You're welcome, Ellie. Thank you so much. Thanks, Amy. Thank you, Gene. I'm looking forward to seeing you and your tribe tomorrow to celebrate my brother Kevin's 60th birthday. Family flying in from Dallas, which I have a little bit of a lineage to. So officiated your daughter and your awesome son-in-law's wedding, and they're coming in. So I'm looking forward to that tomorrow and being a part of that, seeing all of you. Yes, I will restring my guitar, and I will bring that as requested. So looking forward to doing that. We'll play some music tomorrow. If you have requests, start making a mental note. I will play anything you want that I can still remember. Huh. Oh, Amy said it was a complete surprise. How cool would that be, though? There is a woman with flowers. I just like to have a snippet of it. That's her. I didn't know who she was, of course, but I can vouch for her. She's her authenticity, of course. She's in that movie. She was in the documentary, which they took a slice of. That's so cool. I mean, out of a whole 90-minute documentary, she happened to be in the scene that they spliced into this movie. She will be there in perpetuity. Perpetuity. I haven't eaten. I'm tired. So, yeah, she'll be in that movie forever. How's that? Yeah. Yeah, I recommend it. Even if you are not necessarily an Elvis fan, but you're a fan of cinema and want to see a person's life captured in a little over 120 minutes and done extremely well with amazing attention to detail, painstaking attention to detail. It really captures the essence. And that's one thing Priscilla said in an interview after seeing it in Cannes, the Cannes Film Festival. They got over a 10-minute standing ovation. she was in tears and said this is the first movie that's actually captured his essence. And then I saw an interview with Lisa Marie, Elvis's daughter, recently, and her daughter was with her, who obviously wasn't born when Elvis was alive, and she looked at her and said, "Is that your dad?" And she goes, "I don't know." In other words, he did such a great job, she was having trouble distinguishing reality from cinema. So it was very well done. Yeah, if you want to see a wonderful movie, well done, with great music, a great soundtrack, even if you don't have any particular attachment to Elvis, go see it. I think you'll really enjoy it. If you do appreciate Elvis and his music and want to see his life contextualized by the decades and his part in that, his reaction to that, and how he influenced music and it influenced him, I highly recommend it. You won't be disappointed. So it was very different than what I expected, but it was really well done. So, all right, my tribe. Happy Fiesta Friday. Thanks for checking in. As always, namaste. As Ellie taught us when we were her shiatsu students, namaste. The divinity in me honors and recognizes the divinity in you. Thank you for keeping yourselves healthy, those immune systems bolstered up. Enjoy your Friday, which to me this feels like a Saturday. I don't know why, but yeah, it was awesome, Amy. You'll like it. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. I'm glad that she got to see herself in that. That's a 1 in a million chance. How cool is that? Anyway, so have a wonderful rest of your Friday. Enjoy your weekends, friends. I will be back on Sunday, 5 p.m. Mountain Standard Time for Soulful Sunday, and I look forward to seeing you then.